The side of the country and in the city of Baltimore. Mark Graber is there, a professor of law and the director of the Center for Health and Homeland Security at the University of Maryland's Carey School of Law. Professor, thanks so much for your time. It's just gone midnight for you, so I really appreciate it. Can you tell us about the president's legal rights to do what he's doing in LA?
Well, the president claims that Congress has given him statutory authorization. There is a federal law that says, in fact, in case of invasion or rebellion, a president can use troops to protect the order. The problem is, it's very clear there's no foreign invasion. Whatever else you think of illegal immigrants, they're not a foreign military force. And there's no rebellion. It may be people are protesting one policy, but nobody is trying to overthrow the government of either Los Angeles, California, or the United States.
A judge will begin a hearing on Thursday, we understand. Gavin Newsom is obviously challenging the White House's decision, saying that it's illegal. Will the judge, when considering whether to issue that restraining order against those federal troops, will the judge also think about motivation in terms of what the White House is thinking, or will it only be based on what can be legally challenged?
That's a good question as to when motivation can be considered in the law. In general, presidents are given a good deal of deference, that courts defer to presidential understandings of the facts. On the other hand, if President Trump is claiming an invasion, courts have already said there is no invasion, that undocumented people are not invaders, whatever else they are.
Have you ever known a president, in your memory and understanding of law, to issue so many emergency and executive orders, almost knowing that they're going to be challenged by the courts? That seems to be President Trump's policy in his second term here.
Well, I think the idea is to overwhelm the opposition. You focus on one order, a tariff order, which has questionable legal backgrounds, and then somebody is whisked out of the United States without a hearing. You focus on that, then Los Angeles happens. I think the idea is sort of to overwhelm the opposition legal community.
But especially, Professor, with invoking laws that are almost 200 years old. I mean, this isn't normal. Donald Trump's legal team clearly had 4 years to prepare for his possible return to the White House, so they seem to have come ready with all of these old laws, knowing that President Trump could almost take advantage of them. Does that seem a fair analysis?
There are old laws. There are many old laws that have been enforced for 200 years. They are old laws that have never been enforced, and largely were sort of examples of laws we thought we had abandoned, but just never bothered repealing. It's sort of like some town has a law saying you can't eat ice cream on the town square, passed in 1831, and it's there as a relic. What has happened is the relics have come back to life, and Congress, our national legislature, is not sufficiently organized to sort of say, no, these relics we just need to repeal.
Professor Mark Graber, thank you so much indeed, sir.
Thank you for having me.